We are Ripped Radio Network.
Your mind. You are far smarter than you can ever imagine. There is no obstacle that you cannot overcome, no problem that you cannot solve, and no goal that you cannot achieve by applying your mind to your situation. Go on and
Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to Real Talk Uncensored. I'm Kiki, and this is Tone. What up, though? Nah, Tone gonna be a little bit late, running into traffic and shit. So in his absence, in his small absence, I'm gonna welcome everybody to Monday. And I got White Cheddar in here with me. What's good, White Cheddar? The New York White, no, Baltimore White Cheddar. Whose cheddar are you?
I'm full blended American. Let's put it that way. American cheddar.
He's American cheddar. The white one, though. I like the white cheddar. I eat that and drink coffee when I'm at work on Saturdays. Don't ask me the significance of Saturday, but hello, Tweety. What up, though? Hi. Thank y'all for tuning in today. We just coming off of Juneteenth and Father's Day. And
the first day of summer. And
it's showing us his whole entire ass because it's 95 degrees outside. Like, real talk, uncensored. How was your weekend, White Cheddar?
Very reflective in a sense. This is my first Father's Day without my father, so I had to get used to that.
The biggest hugs and the biggest kisses and the tightest hugs.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
No tongue, though.
Save that for the dude from Philly. Let's see. Just pretty much.
How was that, though, without your dad? Like,
I went to the gravesite with his, last wife he was married to, and my little sister. I have another sister. She was working.
Okay.
So we went up, put some flowers, we're still waiting for the gravestone to be implemented. But I wouldn't say I've gotten used to it. It's just I've dealt with it. And mind you, seeing all the pictures of my friends with their dads and all that stuff, but some of them, the dads, they passed too. So it's, once you get that feeling of it's like, my dad's not here. But I it's like I'm reminded of the fun times I had with him, and all that stuff. So, just my feelings right now is still to this day right now is can't wait to be a dad. Let's put it that way.
Well, I can kind of understand, not literally because I still have my dad here. Hey, Daddy. But I went through the same thing on Mother's Day. And you try and you want to rejoice and you want to, smile at people's pictures and posts, but in some sense, you can't do it 100%. You know, there is something that's there that just makes you say, I'm going to just sit Facebook out today. I'm just going to sit these out today. So my condolences to you and lost your dad, and everybody else who's listening who don't have their father around. We just got, and your mother too, we just got to try to make the best of it. Make them, and the memories will sustain you. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It feels funny to me saying that, because if you had told me that the first year, I'd have told you to eat grass. But over time, that has become my truth.
Right.
The memories have sustained me.
Right. And then afterwards, you know, I watched a little bit of, you know, television. And I didn't really fully watch the NBA games because, again, I was but I was aware of some of the games that were going on.
Hey, Tabio.
And you know, ended up watching wrestling at the end. Shout out to Bianca Belair, as I'm wearing her shirt. So yes, I'm a white man who likes black people.
Yes, you are. You ain't the only one.
She's a fine looking, sister girl.
And I like your shirt. And I like your shirt. It's good on you.
So, so yeah, that was about it. But as speaking of the NBA,
not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
I gotta get to Juneteenth.
Okay. Mind you, remember last week I mentioned the fact
because Juneteenth came first. That's the only reason why.
Juneteenth came first, and I mentioned the fact that it was like, you know, getting all this big praise of something to where it's like, okay, being aware of a day that sort of like took its time to happen. I felt like, again, funny thing was when I was driving up to my dad's gravesite, my sister and her mom ended up asking me about Juneteenth, and it's like, what's the whole point? And it's like, and so I had to briefly explain it. And they literally say, so why? So, and it's like, okay, yeah, that is a good question. So, and I still kind of, I mean, mind you, I've seen the memes of, you know, the guy who's overstepping, you know, all the issues that the black folks have had through the years. But hey, let's make Juneteenth a national holiday. So in that order is how people feel. In that direct order, have you subscribed to Juneteenth? Are you totally engrossed in the holiday? Did you accept it? Is it one thing? Is that part of your? As of right now, let's fully be honest. To get another paid 3-day weekend, fine. It's fine.
Says the white man.
So
says
why
the
complain?
White man.
And especially, and think about it. If you,
so white of you.
Yes, think about it. I'll put some black stink on this.
Okay.
For all the folks, you know, the brothers and sisters out there, keep this in mind. If you check out all the federal holidays that the United States has,
Hey, Tish.
2 of them, honorably and respectfully, dedicated to black folks.
Yes.
Everyone else, if you think about it, there's only, mind you, I think Columbus Day is on its way out.
It is. Indigenous Day.
Yeah. And they modified George Washington's birthday to just all the presidents. And keep in mind, until Obama showed up, it was mostly all white. So really, if you think about it, you have 2 federal holidays dedicated to black folk. You got one for Martin Luther King and now Juneteenth. So I don't see the complaint here. So
the way I see it is, can I be totally honest? They better have did this shit only because they ran ahead and did it for the Asians. Come for me if you want to. They readily did it, and it, like the time that they made the announcement that they were contemplating it, I felt like it should have been signed already. It was just too much time, too much airspace, too much airtime in between the time that you're talking to me about doing it and the time that you actually freaking did it. So that's my thing, right? 2, white folks, and what you said is how I think that they do. Honestly, if Rosh Hashanah or one of those other things were holidays that I would get paid for, I honestly, and the type of person I am, would feel horrible that I'm off for this day. I'm gonna give you an example, and I'm gonna slide off real quick. So I work in healthcare, and our holidays are every other. So I work holidays. It ain't like I'm working the government where I get them all off. So having that, like, it is what it is, right? But they had, during Ramadan, the hospital provided, I don't know what that meal is, and if any Muslims are on here, please, I respectfully say this because I don't know the terminology per se, but they had, whatever that meal is, that when they break their fast, there's a name for it. and my hospital was providing that. Right? And people was like, yo, I'm hungry. Like, I ain't bring no lunch today. Let's go down there and da-da. And I couldn't do it. You know why? It's free food and they blah, blah, blah. I don't observe Muslim holidays. That's not my faith. So I'm sad to say that I'm that person. I'm that guy. I'm that person where I would feel bad like being off during your time and I don't do shit with it except for cook up, flim the barbecue grill up and drink some drinks with my homies. You know what I'm saying? So I feel funny. I don't believe that I have heard, and other than from my Black Power daughter, who was complaining about like white peopling and enjoying their 3-day holiday, 3-day weekend. Like, I ain't mad at you for that, but I feel like you did jump the hurdle and the fence over a lot of things that we. Again,
I didn't. The United States government, or pretty much, let's put it this way, a very stubborn Senate is, especially stubborn Republican Senate, is jumping all over that. I mean, let's fully be honest, because there are things that I agree to the fact of jumping way all over just to say, hey, we got this holiday, but if you're going to at least give you this, and let's go back and try to fix all the others, then I can understand what you were doing. But if you sort of gave you Martin Luther King Day and call it a day, at least be happy with that. That's what technically a lot of people would say. But initially, it's like, no, there's got to be more to be done. But at least let's say this. I'll with this day in mind, June 19th. Yeah. It's a nice educational piece. Mind you, unfortunately, school will be out of session by that time. So, unless a lot of you parents, while you're flipping your burgers and, grilling the chicken and all that stuff and having the watermelon, as you notice, I mentioned that in a black tone, from this white dude. Don't forget the Kool-Aid. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's unless you're going to teach them what that day has some significance, fine. If not, it's like, look, honestly, it's just another 3-day weekend.
To me, I feel like one, I'm going to tell you about where I'm employed at. They did not make no adjustments. They did not make any adjustments to my holiday schedule. What up, though? To my holiday schedule. Because if we have every other holiday, then they snuck this one in. I typically and literally should be off on July 4th. But that did not take place because this came in and while we were sleeping, like a Beyonce album. It's like you wake up the next day and you fucking got Juneteenth off. So I'm not really mad at it. But what I am mad at, though, is that it did overshadow. No, let me ask this as a question for him. Did Juneteenth overshadow Father's Day, or did Father's Day overshadow Juneteenth? Because this is all in the same weekend.
I don't think so.
Hey, Tone.
I don't think so. I think it all. I mean, initially, I think on that Friday, because that Friday was the day off for the people. So.
Why did they give us Juneteenth as a holiday?
I think because, again, as of right now, I think it's again just to
pacify us, make us happy.
No, I think it's more. I think it's more than that. I really think it's more than that.
You really do?
Martina,
I think it's a start of
Aziza
something.
Says they did it effortlessly for the Asians and had the audacity to say that the Asians were tired. And she also says, I truly enjoyed my Juneteenth. I didn't like the people who wanted to constantly remind us that the fight is over. Every holiday we celebrate is every holiday that we celebrate is a form of trauma.
Right. Well, honestly, how I see it is this:
I'm waiting because I got a rebuttal for that.
I view it as this.
Your name dark chocolate today. You was crotchety black today.
Yes.
The fuck you mean?
Crunchy, crackly black. That's white cheddar. You are the burnt hot dog.
I want to finish hearing his statement.
Okay.
Then we can get to this burnt hot dog shit.
I view it as this. It's a start of something. It's a start of, again, understanding certain history. We're putting more and more emphasis on putting black history, black accomplishments out there more and more so. Because, mind you, again, I didn't know about Juneteenth until like over a decade ago.
Yeah.
And it's like, now it's sort of like, hey, there is an actual day. This day there's some significance of it. It is part of history. It's American history, not just Black history.
Yes.
So, which I understand and respect that. So,
As we grill up on July 4th.
Yes. So as long as you, and again, it's a prelude. So, but Tone, you have other issues with it.
I have
Come on,
with it.
dark chocolate.
Really? Okay.
Sexual chocolate.
What up, y'all? Sorry, traffic is always a motherfucker. First off, I ain't dark chocolate.
Glad you made it,
Got
burnt
a
hot
little color?
dog.
That's what we're gonna have jokes today.
Yes, that's your name today. Burnt hot
I feel
dog.
that they gave us this holiday to pacify us. You know what I mean? Because why did it take until after the Asians got their hate bill? You got to give us something. Because you jumped out there and gave them their bill, but what are you going to give us? What do we ever get? I'll wait.
You're gonna keep waiting.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, the real issue, like I said, before you came in, is like I understand the fact of leapfrogging a whole bunch of other issues, and especially bigger, important issues, just to give us a holiday. You can simply, smartly just go back and it's like, okay, we really need to go back and fix this. But like I said before, until properly this Republican-based Senate, gets their act together and realize the fact is like, look, you're not going to unify everybody. You really need. There are bigger and badder issues than just again initiate a holiday, another 3-day weekend for you that you can sit back and be with your whatever and not really do anything.
They don't care what it is. This is a holiday for them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I bet you most of them have no idea what the fuck it is and why it is.
Right.
They have nor do they care.
It's the same thing for us. I was just telling him, like, you think that on 4th of July I ain't gonna do what I'm gonna do on that day. You know what I'm saying? Especially, it's new that we're not celebrating it. You know what I'm saying? So I think the same. But I was telling him I would feel funny because like those Jewish holidays that I'm not Jewish. I used to feel funny like I don't need this day. This is an example. You weren't here, but they gave that meal that Muslims get when they break their fast. They gave it at my job. Everybody was going to get it because they was hungry. They was like, man, fuck it, it's free food. I didn't go and get it because I don't observe that holiday. Like I'm that person.
So they just finished Ramadan.
They just finished Ramadan and the hospital and
there's always a big feast after Ramadan.
And celebration
exactly
of them, yes. But when you supposed to fast all day, and that meal that you break your fast has a name. I don't remember the name of it. I tell them respectfully.
So are they still in Ramadan or they have finished
they're finished.
Ramadan?
But the point I was making,
30 days.
Yeah, they're done. They're done.
Okay.
But the point I was making was the hospital was celebrating it, and the people who are not Muslims was like, "Fuck it, it's free food. I'm going to get me some." And they went down there to get it, and I feel like that's somehow I didn't feel right about doing that. I'm not Muslim. I ate today. You know what I'm saying? It ain't fuck it. It's free food.
Not about you. It's about them.
But I was saying yes, and that's why I was saying that some people Juneteenth is just 3 days for them.
It's just a 3-day weekend.
It's a 3-day weekend.
Okay, I got you. It's a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
There's nothing special.
No, like thank you. White people is white people, and they but I think the holidays are for who they're for. You know what I'm saying? Like it isn't. It came about because of
Iftar. If you're trying to
Iftar.
There you go.
That's it. Thank you. It came about. These holidays for us come about just like what's her name said. Excuse me. Well, I pick her name back. Martina said that they come out through our trauma, and there's some people like,
or in another word, is futur.
Futur. But there's some people who can relate to our trauma that are not black. Do you think that they should be shut out because Juneteenth is a day that the slaves were free? Like, what do you think about that? Like, can white people, like, or others, really, really, really join in and will you look at them sideways? I wouldn't.
I'm not going to look at them sideways.
Do your thing.
I'm not going to look at them sideways. If they want to celebrate with us, and some of these white people, you know what I mean, got more, they care more than some of our own.
Come on now.
So, I mean,
yes,
so I'm going to say, I don't have a problem with them wanting to celebrate.
Yes, they do.
You know what I mean? And it's not only white man, it's China, it's all different people.
Yes.
So, I mean, if they want to come and celebrate the holiday and learn from us, then why not? I don't have a problem.
I welcome. How you like your hot dog, sis? Come on.
Oh, man. I'm going to enjoy it for what it is. You know what I mean? And that's just what it's going to be. I'm going to enjoy it for what it is. I mean, you know, I know the purpose and the significance of it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But to all, you know what I mean? And some people really don't care. They just look at, like you said, they just look at it as another day off.
Do you have July 4th off?
Yeah, but I'm working though. I'm gonna work July 4th.
I do
I'm
not
gonna get
have
that
it
money.
off.
I'm going to get that
But
money.
I'm definitely going to throw some shit on the grill. I definitely like, and honestly, one thing about us, about black people, I'm going to say because I'm black, one thing about us is that if we all have something in common, like we all got a day off, we fucking doing something.
Yeah.
We're cooking, we're drinking or something. And do you realize that the Clippers won without Kawhi? Do you realize that?
Well, they didn't win the first game of the West Conference, but they did get past get into the finals.
Yes. And do you realize something? The Nets is out.
That's what I was gonna say.
The Sixers is out.
Who has a big dookie face right now?
Who got the dookie face? Who? You're from New York. Who?
Brooklyn does right now.
Come on.
Brooklyn has the biggest dookie face ever. They sitting there looking stupid. You know? Somebody go get your man a relaxer for them bees in his motherfucking head.
No, Tone, no. White man, you wanted to pick up from last week about the whole Braun conversation. You didn't get a chance to say your piece. So
yeah, Tone came and did a
drive-by.
drive-by.
Came a drive-by.
Yeah.
Like,
I apologize, y'all.
Which was coherent, which was fine. This it sparked after what Mr. Coleman said.
Right.
About how great LeBron is after winning 4 titles and all that stuff. Here's my case in
I
point.
missed that shit?
Yeah,
you missed that
Mr.
shit.
Coleman?
Yeah.
You lucky I missed that shit, goddammit.
I'm gonna state this. I get sick and tired of trying to when it comes to players comparison, you have to throw in their titles. And here's the thing, not a lot of top-notch, all-pro players have championships, and especially when it comes to sports that is let me say this again, a team sport. There's no I in team. I've had conversations of many people where who was the better quarterback before Brady and Manning. I had about Elway and Montana, and everybody keeps saying, "Well, Montana's the better quarterback." Why? Well, he has 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check the numbers then. Take away the titles. Take away all the wins and losses. Just show me the numbers. The real numbers, the passing yards, the passing ratings, the touchdown passes, and if he runs, show me the rushing yards and all that stuff. And then when it comes to basketball, it's the same deal. This is like, hey, how many points did he score? What's their free throw average? What's their field goal average? And all that stuff. All you're mentioning is the fact that, oh, he's great because he's been on X amount of championship teams.
More than one.
More than one. So my thing,
you missed it.
And my thing is this. And when it came to the GOAT conversation, everybody say, "Oh, Tom Brady's the GOAT because he's been on 7 championship teams."
Yeah.
Is that it?
No.
Honestly,
I wouldn't say that for Tom.
If there's more to it,
for Tom, people give.
But here's the thing. Does anybody remember Tom Brady's best year? Because honestly, if you look out throughout his entire career, he only had really one good year.
Yep.
And that was the year where the Patriots went undefeated and lost in the Super Bowl.
I remember they lost to the Giants.
Yes. So you're going to sit there and tell me, and you're going to sit there and tell me, oh, he's the greatest quarterback of all time. It's like, but he only had one really good year.
Yeah.
So... And if you are a GM and you're going to look at all these Hall of Famers, let's put it this way, or future Hall of Famers, let's put it that way, who are you really going to pick? A guy who won multiple titles on multiple teams?
Yeah, that says something.
Which is fine. But then again, are they really
like? Yeah, that's what they're going to do.
Right. But it goes against your card, though. It goes all in the card, but it kind of goes against it when you have one person, i.e., a Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm. Michael Jordan. But here's the thing. Speaking of Michael Jordan, that's a perfect example. Michael Jordan accomplished more before he got his first title.
Correct.
Than Kobe did after he got his third.
Correct.
I'm sorry.
I mean, everyone will say this like, "Oh, LeBron's the GOAT," and mind you, they'll sit there and say the same thing.
It's like he's in the conversation.
He's in. Let's say this: LeBron. They'll always say to LeBron, he's the GOAT for now. He's today's GOAT, and it's like, no. Michael Jordan did a lot more before LeBron even stepped on his when he was still pretty much in pre-K.
Yep.
Michael Jordan did a lot more.
Now, I don't mean to cut you off.
No problem.
No.
But off the field, off the court, I respect LeBron James as the man and what he does and how he gives back. Now, that much I can say.
You called the man trash, though.
Trash.
You called him trash.
I did call him trash. And I still stand behind it.
In comparison to what?
Comparison with on the court.
Who's less trash than him? Like, who's below him? If he's trash, who's less trash? Like, right, like a close second.
Right now?
Right now. Take your time.
My man Peasy. My man Peasy. My man Peasy, you are trash. You're trash. You're below him right now. But I'm just saying, I'm not a LeBron fan. But off the field, off the court, I respect what the man does, and he's done more than Michael Jordan has done off the court.
These are facts.
Those are facts right there.
Michael Jordan sucks behind.
Michael
Jordan sucks off court.
Yeah,
he fucking sucks.
Now LeBron being the man off the court and everything like that. Hey, I respect that man. But on the court wise, you're not, just like you said, he's not the GOAT. Mr. Coleman done lost his rabbit ass mind. I don't know what happened. Maybe somebody did his dreads too tight or something like that. He can't even stand behind that old argument. You know what I mean?
Call us, Mr. Coleman. Call us.
Yeah, because first off, right, who started this super dream team bullshit anyway?
LeBron did.
Who started
Let's going back there. Let's get this. Because LeBron, if you go back when LeBron made his quote unquote announcement.
Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, mind you, he said, I think a few years later, he said he kind of regrets it. But it's like, dude, bullshit. You were feeding off of that. ESPN was loving it, and you enjoyed
Everybody
it.
was getting off of that, man.
So you going to Miami and setting up a super team because based off the fact that you felt like, well, I need to leave so that when the time comes or when this contract ends, I can come back and try to help Cleveland. It's like, dude, that is some bullshit. Yeah. That was all about you. You went to a team that you didn't want to be. You didn't want to be the man. That's the other thing. Because in Cleveland, he was the dude, and he couldn't handle it. He could not handle it. So you said that when Jordan got drafted in Chicago, he knew full well he was the man and took the reins and went with it
and ran with it.
And there's a difference right there.
Jay Dilla said, "Tone, stop this. You sounding like Skip Bayless right now."
I am not. How am I sound? Who said I sound like
Jay Dilla.
Oh, no. Come on, man. We talking facts here. You know what I mean? You can't give him this crown. I mean, he's done some good things on the court. Not taking nothing away from him.
Because he's
super.
He's super. He's above average. Definitely above average.
Where's he at right now in the playoffs?
At home.
Mr. Clutch should be getting it done.
He's building up another school for himself.
Wait a minute.
Well, that was banged up.
He's probably looking for the next team that he wants to go to.
No, he said that he's preparing for his retirement.
He's preparing for retirement.
You think so?
He said yes.
This is what Coleman. This is used. Dude, I know you had some family things they had on us, but last week was very epic. I had to mention to Coleman, it's like, check out the last 3 years he's been with the Lakers. Yeah. LeBron's been with the Lakers. The first year, he didn't even finish the season. He bowed out. So the title that they won in last season, that's what I said. I said it was an asterisk because of the fact that they had to stop. And pretty much it's like that time away healed them up, and they pretty much they were able to have a decent run. Then you come to this season, again, he was injured, so was Anthony.
They was banged up.
They were banged. He has not had a full season in the last 5 years.
I agree.
So you're going to sit there and tell me, as great as he is, and claiming the fact that he's the GOAT and able to try to, no, he cannot go for a full season. He needs to sit down somewhere and heal his bones. And keep in mind, he is getting a lot. He's not the young high schooler that everyone loved and fawned over when he first came in the league.
That's the problem with a lot of people because they still
think that way.
You're still thinking of the same
person. The same person
when he first came out. You're not seeing this man aging and growing, and he's getting older. And we all tend to do that. We all tend to look at people like that. You know what I mean? Regardless of whatever it is.
Jay Dilla has 2 things. He says super teams existed in the 60s. Y'all need to stop these lies. And then he said, where was Jordan at when he was 36 years old?
He was with the Wizards, and on his way out, he should never came back anyway. He should
never came back.
He was supposed to be a GM, and he felt like, no, I can get this done and all that stuff, and try to help Kwame Brown and his issues. But
just understand too that when people come back, a lot of times, sometimes it's not for them. It's for who you influence. You understand? So the Wizards, he tried to help them, and his presence.
It didn't matter.
It definitely wasn't.
It wasn't
but
going to help the Wizards at all. Let's be realistic.
he ended up being their coach for a while too, or something.
Listen, at the end of the day, Jordan come back and came to the Wizards was like insulting. That was insulting. I think that insulted his career.
It did.
And the way he left too.
And the way he left.
The way he left.
I mean, I'm just saying, you should have just stayed on and just not came back to the court.
Because he would have forever been like, you can't say shit.
Because now you're going to always have, Jordan is always going to have that asterisk of you played for the Wizards and played like shit.
You did, bro.
So.
Come on, bro.
And let me counter, Zilla's whatever his name is,
Jay Dilla.
About the super teams. Let's put it back in the 60s. Let's put it this way. Most of those people were drafted and had long-term contracts, and they were never free agents, at that time. Where free agency wasn't as big and relevant in any sport back then.
Correct.
When you get to now, for the last several years now, where it's like, and especially with the NBA, when you have one premier dude who wants to be on a team with another premier dude and probably bring in a soon-to-be up-and-coming premier dude, that's a super team. That is something where people buy, where you get those owners feels like who has a lot of money and feels like, oh, I want to win a title now because I feel we need a title now. That's what happens. That's what Brooklyn was wanting to do.
That's what Brooklyn
wanted to do.
So he has a problem with that. He has a problem with that.
I do have a problem.
He does. And to me, I think you and I have
all that talent. You got all that talent on that one
You
team.
stacked it. They stacked it. But to me, I think it's business. I think it's
business, but it's bad business. It's bad business for your team.
LeBron started this bad business shit, man. He started this shit. That's what it is.
Because if you look how the NBA,
I love you.
Yes, look how the NBA when LeBron went to Miami, so he did all that stuff. So Boston had to do it because that's where you get Kevin Garnett and all that stuff. So they had to set that up, and then it just kept progressing and progressing. But the thing is, it's like. It does not, but it does not help your team in the long term because your thing is you're creating a short window to try to win now. And the way I see it as a professional team is I like to see long-term progression of success. If we win a championship in this huge, more wide open window, great. But if I'm trying to win a title in a short window, that's a little bit difficult because you're pretty much putting a lot of pressure on not only your team, but also the ownership and also not just the ownership, the management and the coaching. And pretty much if you don't get that win now, then the owner will be say, F this, blow it up, let's start again. Yep. And again, Al hurts you in the long run because why? Because most of your draft picks are later rounds. You're not getting top-notch people, and you gave them all away and trading off and all that stuff because you want to get these veterans who claiming, quote unquote, they know what they're freaking doing, and in trying to win now. It does not work, even though it does. Mind you, due to the Buccaneers being quote unquote successful now, but in the end, it's like. Do you see him winning another title in the next 2 to 3 years? No, because most of these guys will be probably out the door by then.
Burn them out. I have a stupid side note.
What's up?
Please, the powers that be that make shoes, please come back out with those turquoise, purple, and white Kevin Garnett's. Thank you. That's all I want. That's all I want. Please, and thank you. Now, Tone, you went to Loyalty Riders this weekend.
Talk about this.
You went to Loyalty Riders this weekend.
So, I went to Loyalty Riders because I've been...
Shout out to them.
Tone has been on a world tour. He's been traveling everywhere. I was
shout
in
out
New
to
York.
them.
And definitely a shout out to Loyalty. I mean, let me say this. If your dumb ass is going to go to a pool party, expect to get wet, especially if Tone is there. If you're going to catch an attitude, fuck your feelings.
You big dummy.
That's what it is.
I went to a pool party before where no one was in the pool, and I'm telling you, shout out to Gun Runners because Gun Runners put a small addendum on their flyer. If you come here, you getting wet. They wet everybody. All the bad bitches was mad.
Well, see, I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that because that's what kills me. Yo, what is this the sense behind that? Going to a pool party and you fresh to death at a pool party, but you don't want to get wet, nigga. If I'm there, I'm knocking your ass in. I'm doing you gonna get soaked. So we was at Loyalty this weekend. Shout out to Loyalty Riders on their 13th year anniversary. Hey. Bananas. Yeah, I got a little dark. I got a little tan. You know what I mean? Crazy for them. I'm gonna tell you this much. So, you know, I get a little fucked up on Friday. You know what I mean? It was a pajama party.
Stay focused, brother. Come on, brother.
Yo, there's so much. I was trying to be nice this weekend because someone didn't really want. But God damn it, pajama party don't mean wear shitty lingerie when you got a fucked up ass body. If you got a fucked up ass body, there's certain shit you just shouldn't wear.
It's your fault.
You shouldn't wear.
It's men's fault.
No, it's not my fault.
It's men's fault.
It's not my fault because your homegirl see you put some shit on and you know you don't have a body for that shit. Your homegirl didn't have the heart to look at you and say, bitch.
No, she still fucked. That's all that matters. It ain't even us. You could look, I have friends, I'd be like, bro, don't wear that. And they be like, because they still fucking.
Okay. You know what I mean? Fuck the pool. Okay. I'm going to leave that alone. But let's get back to the pool party.
Okay.
Yo, DJ was right. Everybody got wet. It didn't matter. If you came on the other side of that fence and you thought you were going to sit there and look cute, bitch, you was wrong. Niggas, you was wrong. You know what I mean? Oh, you want to walk past and think we didn't see your ass? Like, you had the ones that walked past and was like, I'm just not going to look at them. Maybe they didn't see you. No, bitch, we got you too.
DJ said even the workers got it.
Yes. If you was in the hotel and you came walking past, you got lit too. Nobody was safe. Nobody. So, you know, my man DJ, CJ the DJ was set far enough back. But people that was on the other side of the fence, they were getting hit too. It didn't matter. We was hitting all y'all, man. There was not one dry soul that came to that pool party. Just wasn't happening.
So rest in peace to all the lace fronts and lashes.
Yo, listen. Bitches was getting thrown, females were getting thrown in the pool and grabbing their wigs, talking about, no, my wig gonna come off.
At a pool party.
No,
baby.
Thought you could stand there and be cute. No.
It's things you gotta do. You gotta, first of all, sis, you gotta sew that thing down. First of all, as a hairstylist licensed in 2 states, Maryland and Virginia, you gotta sew that thing down, sis. That's first of all. Second of all, don't wear lashes that day. Rest in peace to mine, because mine did float away in many a pool. I learned.
Listen, they had no confidence in their wigs, their weaves, none of that. They weren't confident at all. He was talking about, don't get me wet. And then here's the thing. Don't get me wet because my phone ain't water resistant. I don't give a fuck. You had a pool party. What you need your phone for anyway, bitch? Put that shit away. You gonna get wet anyway.
Selfies and
all right.
You do that shit early.
And while you were taking the selfie, you were getting hit all in the face with the water. Yeah, you was. It wasn't a game. If you was walking past, you know how many people got scooped up and dragged from the other side of the fence and thrown in the pool?
People fight for their life.
Yeah, they were.
When they go into that pool, you ever see dudes too?
Yeah. The woman trying to grab the ball, was on the ball. No, bitch, let that shit go. Just go with it. But yo, I gotta say, all around, it was an epic weekend. It was fucking bananas. The pool party was just amazing. Once again, the water fight. Yo, if you haven't not been to a Loyalty Riders event in the summertime, you need to hit their anniversary just one time. I guarantee you will have fun the entire fucking time.
Dope.
You know what I mean?
Dope.
Outstanding, fellas, man. I will see y'all again next year. We'll do it again. Unfortunately, I forgot my water guns this year, but it didn't matter because I was in the pool. And you know what I mean? It didn't matter. You was going to get it anyway.
That was part of my depression, because I told you when I came back, my hospital changed my whole schedule. So I didn't have weekends off, so I could not go. I was sad. I was sad about it. And I didn't look. And I was so, I was a hater. I didn't look at no pictures. Ali, I was trying to talk to Ali.
Man, I was sitting there with Ali Yo, Ali is if y'all don't know Ali is cool. Underworld, shout out to Underworld. You know what I mean? But Ali is cool as a motherfucking fan, Slim. You know what I mean? That's all I can say. Ali is cool as a fucking fan. You know what I mean? It's a good dude.
Ass.
Yo, have fun sitting. Look, so I come down Saturday after the pool party, right?
Okay.
I go take a nap. I say, I'm going to come downstairs, and I'm going to go see what's going on. Now, you know, Ali is always sitting right there. He
always.
He always got his little seat chilling. I'm like, all right. I walk inside the motherfucker. Why is it that black people suck up all the AC out of the building?
I don't know.
You go in a room like right now, let's say the AC working, this room is cold.
Because I'm sure it was cold in here before we got in here.
Yes. You know what I mean? And as soon as black people come in, the AC is like, I don't want to work for you niggas no more. You know what I mean? And some of you motherfuckers was walking past. If you going to a party, at least wash your ass, because some of y'all came past and your funk was like, hi-ya! You know what I mean? That goes for females too. You know what I mean? Like really, some of y'all, like, so I just decided I'm not gonna go inside there with everybody. I'm just gonna sit outside. Me and Ali sitting out there, just watch people go by. I'm just watching it. Some of the odors and scents that came past me. Like I know you put on some perfume, but you didn't wash your ass. Now, I can see the little crust. It was fucked up. This is fucked up. But I seen it. Still love y'all anyway. But y'all gotta do better. Tone wasn't on his bullshit, but you know what I mean? Next time I might be on my bullshit. I might be on my bullshit, but I'm just saying it was all around good weekend, man. Once again, shout out to Loyalty, man. I'll definitely see you brothers next year. They make sure they always make sure they take care of you. Got everything you need. They make sure you're straight, man. Outstanding party. But next year, hopefully, you can come, kid.
I'm gonna come.
You need to come because you know it's in June.
I know it. It's just that I came back and they hit me in the back of the neck with this. They changed my schedule while I was away.
Fuck you.
I had been off weekends for 6 months. I came back and was like, I came back in town on that Monday and had to work the Tuesday. They changed all that.
Who said that? So that's what I'm sorry. I mean to cut you off.
No, I ain't saying shit.
There's some of these motherfucking people was in their room watching us play in the fucking pool.
Yeah, somebody
scared to come downstairs. There was one dude that was all the way on the top floor like a pervert, had his phone like this, looking at the window with his phone like this, recording. I thought he was going to tell on us or something like that, or call Al Qaeda or something to blow us up.
Oh,
you know
shoot.
What I mean? It was fucked up, though. But
he was a high beam.
Yeah, and I watched some of these motherfuckers in their room. Oh, Mama Cherry, come on, y'all, what's her name? Ooh. This chick comes in there, it's a water gun fight. This bitch comes with a fucking pellet gun. She came with his little hard little rubber BBs and shit.
She gonna shoot y'all with BBs?
She was! I got hit in the face with the goddamn thing. Every time she started shooting, I just go under the water. Gotta get away from that shit.
Yeah, y'all had
What is her name?
Y'all had security there?
Oh, we had top flight security. Security was in the pool too. It didn't matter if you were security, you stood there, you got wet too. It didn't matter. Everybody got it.
Okay.
It was a good time. It was an epic time, man. You know, but
look, was the bathing suits on 10? Like, did they come with it though? Did they come with for real? Not the ones that you didn't find favor in. Did they come with it?
It was okay. If you on a scale of 1 to 10, they'll push a 6. 6 or 7.
Really?
There wasn't nothing there that made you say. There wasn't nothing there that made you say, "God damn!"
No.
You know what I mean? I mean, you know, and I'm not knocking. I'm not body shaming nobody or nothing. What it is, that's just your preference. But you know what I mean. I prefer not to see some shit that I shouldn't have to see.
Okay.
You know, if it doesn't fit you, you just don't wear it.
Okay.
Like he's like, oh, okay.
Because they still fucking.
Somebody still fucking them though?
Of course. Ain't nobody. Listen, Black Tigers is the same thing. People want to shame them, but they want to show up with their trifling, with their questionable the questionable taste. You
said it right the first time?
No.
The
questionable taste levels of lingerie. Hey, there we go. You see what I did? You see what I did there? See what I did there? They come there, but no one's leaving by themselves. Like
you just told them fuck you, but kissed them on the cheek at the same time.
I love you, boo.
Okay.
Question for you of the day.
What's up?
Question of the day.
What's up?
Okay, I have two sides. I have two ways that I think about things, right? You know that. I always have that. But I just want to ask you this question flat out, and then we get into what I mean. Is should we set a whole phase as a rite of passage? Should we accept the whole phase as a rite of passage? And don't come on here talking about what is a hoe? A hoe is relative. It is this. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean when I say that. Is a whole phase a rite of passage? And while you thinking on that, question number 2 of that, because I don't care which way you answer it, is if it's not one, if it's not, then why when people get out of relationships and marriages and situationships, they go back to being, quote unquote, they go back to their whole phase?
Because they never got out of their system in the first place.
So answer the first question. Is it a rite of passage? And then you can ask me any question behind it because I got my thoughts on that.
Okay. So we all had our whole phase in our life. And if you're sitting on there, if you're watching now, you listening, you doing whatever.
You have it?
I'm a proud Roman Catholic. I can't do that.
Come on, white cheddar.
Okay, hold on.
Somebody left and somebody met each other in the hallway and didn't know that they was passing each other.
So maybe white man is an exception to the rule.
I am too. So go ahead. Did you drop your shit?
That God know you lied. Now look. Okay, so here's what it is.
Sure.
I think we all go through that.
Okay.
You know, at some point in your life, especially for us men, when we're younger, we fuck for sport. You know what I mean? And that's how I looked at it. It was fucking for sport. You know what I mean? And you go through this whole phase. And I think some women go through, women definitely, y'all go through your whole phase too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Some of y'all are still growing in relationships, still going through your whole phase, but we're not going to talk about that right now. Right? Look, here go Kiki over here gritting.
I'm not
but it's some
crazy.
real shit.
I'm listening.
It's some real shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I've gone through my whole phase. You know what I mean? And was I done with my whole phase? No, I wasn't.
Okay.
I wasn't done with my whole phase, and then, you know what I mean? And during my relationships, or my previous relationships, I was still going through my whole phase while I was in a relationship.
Okay.
You was waiting for me to say something. Come on.
So check this out, right?
What's up?
This thing on, like Aaron Green say, turn the volume up.
Oh, God, here we go.
Turn the volume up. So, me being in my not 20s and not 30s,
Okay.
do the math, and not 50s, do the math.
Okay.
I have come to the conclusion that men, like being a hoe for a man, is a rite of passage, and I allow men to go through that. I allow it. And for real, judge me if you want to. If you need more clarification, please put your question in the comments or call me at 301-232-5700. Because Tavia going to be the first person on here that's going to say something to me. But I think that men, I want to word this properly so I don't get
At what age?
dinged.
At what age do you think a person should be past their whole phase?
When they pass it, because I can't say it, because men, y'all immature as fuck. You don't grow up on time. You don't. I think that you should be done when you decide to take a girlfriend, but y'all don't do that. So because of that, there is an allowance that's there. 40s, because y'all just now getting into y'all shit. Because as we do know, 40s is the new 20. So y'all cute and young all over again to some of these bitches. So with that being said, here you go again. So right now, I can't answer that question. I think by 50, you should really be done. But I got people who date 50-year-old men, and they still ain't finished. Viagra, Cialis, BlueChew.com. All this shit is coming up. So men are they're reinventing or reliving. So I don't know. I can't answer that.
Well,
Hi, J Blood.
hold on.
So you have an answer for that?
I'm going to support my brother, Funny Joey. Funny Joey, I ain't get back to you. I'm going to holler at you, brother.
What is he lying about
Funny Joey
now?
said, I didn't have a whole phase. I just had a lot of love to give.
Again, thank you.
Hey, terminology.
That's a whole phase, and I think that when you try to tie some of these men down and they have not completed that phase, you are writing a prescription for your own pain, ladies. I think you kind of know the signs, you know the symptoms, and you understand what these men are about.
So question. Now,
Yes,
hold on.
even if you ask me to marry me, I need to find a few things. I need to find a few things out. Got some questions for you.
Let me ask you this real quick.
I'm here.
Because we're talking about, she real hard on us fellas. But let's talk about these ladies.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I don't represent all ladies, but let's go.
And I'm not representing all the men, but
do
these
what I can.
ladies out here, you know, y'all hoes, whores, filthy whores. You know what I mean? Y'all fucking like it's going out of style. And there's some women that's 40 and 50 years old are fucking for sport.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And at what age, and then they'll be the ones that say, I can't find me a good man.
No, because
I
people.
can't find me a good man.
I'm going to give you what I think. Why I think that happens. Okay. I think because in the meantime, some folks can't sit still. Some people don't know how to sit still and sit stagnant and just wait. They have to be doing something in the meantime, between time, because you lose your sexy, quote unquote. You lose your confidence as a woman. You want to feel what you want to feel, and until Mr. Right come along, it's Mr. Right now. And people do that, and even if it's 2 or 3 Mr. Right Nows.
4 or 5.
Some people don't have no objection to that. I tend to have an objection to that because I like my pH balanced, sir, ma'am.
I get what you're saying.
I like that.
But you have to break it down because some of them don't understand what the pH balance is. You have to understand because some of these women have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
No, it be thrown
when you talk
off.
about this shit.
Even when I love you and you in a relationship with you and me and you first hit that raw dog status, I'm going to not like you for a week because you're going to change my shit up. Like, you never been inside here before. I can always tell when a man is cheating. I can always tell when you snuck in my sleep and got some. I can always tell.
Whoa.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes, I can
How
tell.
the fuck?
Because my pH be off. I be smelling like a trash
So you over here
can.
sleeping and you don't feel it, then what the fuck? Wait. I don't mean to get off topic here, but you just said some wild shit. I know white man heard it too. Yeah. You're sleeping and your man takes something and you don't realize it, but the only way you realize it is your pH is off.
Yeah, sometimes yeah.
So you don't realize.
Come on, Scooby.
Wait. You don't realize that the man got something while you were sleeping?
What time? What was we doing before we went to sleep? Did I? What happened? What happened before we went to sleep?
I don't know, man.
Did my little edible lady slide through? What happened?
It has to be something because if you was asleep.
It was a Tito's night. Was it me, you, and Tito? Like, what happened?
I'm trying to ask you because you telling me that a man, if you and your loved one, your man, right?
Sleeping.
And you sleeping, and he beat the coochie up while you sleeping, and you don't even realize it.
Because most men don't beat it up.
No,
if they sneak and get some, they slide. Look, they put that leg forward. Cause come on,
you gotta slide the leg forward.
No, because I lay on my side, so they slide that leg forward, and they open up their such and such, and they had a time with you, right? But they're not.
Yeah, but even but a man just penetrated you and you didn't feel it.
No, probably didn't. I can find out.
She likes the LDM.
Or look, or if me and you was doing it and you were covered, and then you decide to on the sneak tip slide to take the condom off, I'll know, and I'm gonna slap the shit out you. Because that's the conversation. Because now I gotta wait 3 or 4 days to get this shit back balanced, bitch.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Yes.
But some of these ladies don't know what a pH balance is. Let's be real. It's not to dodge that question. Because some of these ladies weren't taught that or cared to know that because some of these bitches just dropped out of school. Oh, I see it was crickets.
Where's the cricket? You mean to tell me? And let me clear something. I'll this video too. It's Linda Ronstadt. Let me tell you something, Tone. All people who sneak and slide and get some in your sleep ain't LDM. Sometimes you just marinate in your sleep and it's real nice and comfy and slippery for that person, and it just feels like it don't feel off. It doesn't feel
somebody
off.
stealing the pussy. You stealing the pussy while you sleep. You know what I mean?
Sound like a trash can.
If you get the fucking, I'm here to tell you waking your ass up. We fucking, you waking your ass up.
I'm not.
Waking your ass up.
Hey, Funny Joe.
Nigga.
Funny Joey.
That nigga be a real sneaky in there. He gonna do the slow strokes.
Yes.
I don't want to wake her up. You know what I mean? I don't want to wake her up. I just want to catch a quick nut.
Yeah.
Nigga, no, wake your ass up.
Once or twice. I sleep hard too. I'm up at least 18 hours a day.
My wife tries that stupid shit, and if I'm rolling in the middle of the night, she was sleeping. I woke that ass up. Hell no.
I don't get what. I don't live with anyone now, but this is in my youth when I was living with someone.
I want to see how that changes now because I doubt. Not saying it won't happen, but.
No, if you're in my bed, we're doing it. So you ain't even got to sneak. You ain't even, bruh.
So let's say the edible lady came through. The edible lady and the Tito's man came through. And y'all chilling, had a great fucking night. And now you did your thing, went to sleep. But he wakes up in the middle of the night and says, damn, she's looking good over there. I'm going to get something. Are you waking up?
No, you usually are going into the middle of the night. Like if all the people came through and showed up, it is going down.
So off the early morning when you're catnapping or whatever?
Well, no, by the time like me, my sleep pattern is very off. I work night shift. Okay. So for real, those sleeping hours that I have, I do sleep heavy. So I try to stay up most of the time. Oh, we got a phone call? I try to stay up most of the time to you know what I'm saying, so when I'm asleep. So the morning time comes, the sun wakes me up. My sleep pattern is all jacked up. Who we got on the phone with us? Who we talking to? Come on, I don't care. Bring them.
Who's talking to you? Hello?
Hey, this is Batman.
Hello, who is this?
This is Batman.
Hey, Batman.
What's up, Batman?
What up, though?
What up, bro?
Hey, what's up? Shout out to Kawasaki Tone. Hey, listen, right?
Shed the light.
I'll be 53 in November, right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And Tone, you know, I don't mean no disrespect, Tone, but I've never met a woman that didn't have those whore tendencies, brother.
You know what?
Give me this bill.
Every single woman I have ever dealt with, once they get exposed to the energy, that nature comes out of all of them, brother.
You know what?
That's all I have to say.
You know what, Batman?
And you said a lot. Thank you for calling.
I can't argue with him.
Should I keep him here or should I let him go somewhere?
Batman
don't go nowhere. Go somewhere, but don't go nowhere.
Batman's always welcome to stay, but I can't argue with him.
Why not? If I wanted to, I could, but I'm not.
The more when you think about it, you got undercover whore inside you too, don't you? When you was younger, not I'm just saying, you had a whole.
For him, I'm a whole whore. For him, for one person though.
Okay.
But I don't fashion. And I never did because honestly, I'm gonna let y'all in my business for a second. Be very transparent. I have a hard time having sex with more than one person. I have a hard time because I'm in it, mind, body, and spirit. Like when I'm in it with you, I mean that's why I try my like, bro, like we can't. No, I'm doing this over here, and it throws me off.
So Batman, you still there?
He left.
Okay.
Tweety said yes. Tone, we have burglars in our sleep. Thank you, sweetheart.
Yo, so I'm with Mr. Coleman. He said I need that fuck back action. I need that fuck back action. I don't give a fuck if you sleep and I slide in your coochie and you still not. You like waking up? Wake up. Oh, you don't want to wake up? I'm gonna take my dick and walk around inside the bed where you sleeping at. And
let me clear something up because I think I might have gave someone some confusion, some reason to try to comfort me. What I meant, if you and I are dating and our first time raw, it will be off, right? Not as you're my man. Like once I'm acclimated in my insides, curved to the shape of your dick, then we good, right?
Okay.
Second thing, if you enter me dirty, if you don't wash before me and you do it, it will be something.
Okay, so that part,
it would be funny for me. So no. I think somebody is low key trying to sneak this. I see some comments. They kind of trying to low key sneak this, and you don't have to. I'm trying to clean that up. That is one thing. And
okay.
If you slide off and go somewhere else and are not protected, I respond to that. And then you come back to me raw, then there's a response from my insides. That is negative.
Okay.
So I got to clean that up.
So in other words,
my pH be off.
You got an alarm system. You got an alarm system on your shit.
Bruh,
you know what I mean? Like, yo.
ADT, protected by Viper. Whatever you want.
Please stand back. Wait a minute. Well, hold on. So here was my other questions. I was like, because if y'all know Kiki got a nice round rump, right?
Thank you.
Kiki got a nice ass, right?
Thank you.
But
how can?
Yeah, so like you sleeping, this nigga gotta lift that ass cheek up and slide in the joint, and you don't feel you had to be dead to the world like a corpse did.
No, most times, every now and again, a little man to sneak in, right? You got a little man every now and again.
Okay.
But most of the time, my gentlemen are well endowed. So for real, it ain't a whole bunch of that. That thing is wet for you. Because I'm married, I've been sleep all night, been cooking all night.
Okay, so the shit's been marinated.
It's been marinated. So the natural basting that goes on inside the situation is preparing for this. So as soon as your leg
it's long enough.
Yes, long enough, baby, and just oh my goodness. Yes.
All right, yes. I don't have any problems. Don't know what you're talking about, but I'm just saying.
LDMs wouldn't know. They wouldn't know nothing about that unless you got like a Nomi, God bless her heart, who you could just see it because she ain't got no cheeks. Nomi ain't got no cheeks. Bless her. I love her. She ain't got no cheeks. She ain't got no butt. She just. I'm imagining.
Nomi?
And I'm
need to know that about Nomi.
I'm imagining that if she lays on her side, you can see the situation.
So you're just saying as soon as she lay on the side of the coochie, just pop out from the back like, hey, how you doing?
I'm sure. And if you disagree with me, no, just kidding. Call me. If you know different,
the number is 301-232-5700.
And if you know different about Nomi, please call. No, just kidding.
God. But I'm just saying, I mean,
don't mind.
back to this whole face thing. I mean, so Batman, he makes a point. But the same can be said about us men. You know what I mean? And we go through our and some of us, like you said, you're right. Some of us don't grow up.
They don't.
Some of us are still going through that or the whole tendencies. You know what I mean? And it's sad to say at 50, you know what I mean? Well, look, get this 50-year-old female and 50-year-old man and both hoes, let them have each other. They can be happy together.
So let me ask you a question. This is just hypothetical, right?
Uh-huh.
Say, for instance, you decided, like, we're gonna excuse Mrs. Ball. You know, you're gonna excuse the fact that you're married right now. Say you wasn't, right? You didn't know Tasha, or you and Tasha weren't married, and you found yourself liking some 25-year-old, knowing that you're 47 or 8 or whatever.
Okay, I'm talking.
Knowing that you're your age, what leniencies or what
do you mean? What leniency?
What comes with that you will excuse? Cause it's her rite of passage. Like she's 25, bro. Like
she's just somebody I'm fucking. If she's 25, she's just somebody. No.
Just say you like her. This is all hypothetical.
Okay.
Get out there. Get out the average.
I got what you. Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, what things will you allow? Because she's 25 and you was 25 once. And you did. What things you like this girl? What things will you allow? Because she got to go through it. White man, feel free.
I'm trying to look at it because I can't turn that part of my brain off. You know what I mean?
I want you to.
If she's 25 and I'm like,
and you like her though.
She may be cool, but you know what I mean. Mentally, we can't be.
You don't know how to do this. You don't know how to do this. Oh my God.
Okay, so if I like her and I'm some fucking gump and I'm some fucking dumbass Willie Lump and I like this girl, she's 25,
and I want her to
and I want her to be the mother of my kids. I'm trying to be with her.
Nick Cannon got his 7, baby.
I'm gonna be a gump, and I'm gonna be because I like her. You know what I mean? She's gonna run the young shit, and I'm young and I want to go out and I want to do this, and you tired and you can't do this. You're going to be a gump. You're going to accept it because you're in love. It's probably the best piece of pussy she has. She's young. She's really nasty. She's doing some real wild shit to you. You don't know how to act. You know what I mean? Now, are there men out there like that? Yes. Call me at 301-222-5700. I won't laugh at you, not on your face. Well, maybe in your face. I don't know.
White man.
Yes.
Can you understand my question? I'm trying to find out because there are rite of passages, and I'm trying to understand, like me, right? Okay. I was dealing with a younger person. I ain't giving his age, but I was dealing with a younger person.
So you wasn't cool with him going through his whole phase?
I wanted what I wanted. Do your
so
thing.
So your pH balance was all fucked up the whole time?
It wasn't fucked up. It wasn't fucked up.
She just said.
Because we wasn't fucking raw. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So that therein lies the difference. That's why I wanted to clean that up. If you and I are doing it with nothing, then yes. But if we're doing it protected, I feel like I let him do that. Like he was trying to explain to me all the time. Well, and then, as opposed to lying to me, I like you, Salam. I do like you. You don't gotta lie. Like that is one of the things that come with people your age, and I realize it.
Okay, so you were just
I didn't like him though.
You were seeing this guy casually, and you liked him.
I liked him.
So and he was cool. He made you happy.
And I was trying to wait on that shit to be over. Like I liked him.
Okay, so now when you liking him and you waiting and all the shit, and you wanted him to get through that phase, but he couldn't get through it quick enough. I yelling? It's okay. You wanted to get through that phase quickly. Mm-hmm. You wanted him to get through the phase, but he couldn't. So you used the rubber and everything like that. You know what I mean? So you tolerated him. So what happens if he was fucking like you was out somewhere with him?
Well,
and you ran
what
into some
ended up
bitches
happening was we eventually started going raw dog, and he liked it a lot. And I never had the whole pH balance thing off. I don't know what to attribute that to, but I never had to have those issues after the fact.
So you're saying
I wasn't really concerned.
So what you're saying is once he got the cheeks raw, you know what I mean? He got the raw oysters, right?
Okay.
He got the raw oysters. He decided his whole phase was over.
I don't know. He played it. I think he probably played it different. Like maybe he was strapping up elsewhere because I never had a trash can from him ever.
Okay. But you had that from other men.
We was nasty. We was some nasty so and so's, and I just felt like I liked it, and I liked it a lot. Like I didn't want it to end, so I really allowed like that. Your fate, whatever, bro. Like
so was there was the age difference great?
It was some
significant.
Years.
Was it significant?
Years. It probably was. It probably was 10? Way more than his mother would have wanted.
Under 10? Over 10.
Yes.
Okay.
His way more than his mama probably could deal with, but I didn't give a like, bro. I didn't care
you
because
his mama knew you was fucking him.
No. Daddy knew, but the mama ain't know.
Daddy, if my son come back and say you fucking an older woman, I'm like, my.
Cause for real, I just want whatever that thing was that we did. I fucked with it enough to say, hey, you ain't gotta lie. If that's what you doing, just take care of me. And then handle your little business. Like and that was maybe call me dumb, call me stupid.
If that's the case, that's just the person you're just kicking it with. There's no real ties.
I liked him though, and for real. Okay,
you gonna like a person, but you're not. There's no real significant ties there.
No,
to say
there was almost. They was going that way. They was going that way.
So like you will get ready to walk down relationship road.
Yeah. But I'm telling you something about people these days, right? I'm telling you about people. They don't do a lot of communicating. So for real.
Okay.
We probably was at relationship row, and we just never knew it because
you were fucking wrong. Well, it happens anyway. What?
That's the point that I'm getting at.
What?
Because once I let you do that,
you're in a relationship with the guy, but did he know that?
Yeah.
So y'all in a relationship then?
If you ask me.
But if we ask him, will it be the same answer? Will we get the same answer?
I think he'll say for that time.
Okay.
I think he'll say for that time. I know this is confusing to y'all, but I think he'll say at that time.
Okay.
I think he'll say it.
Okay. I mean, hey.
And then
so you were okay with him in his whole phase?
I was. Okay.
So
Yes.
now.
Because
Y'all are
that
both
age he
older.
was at. I'm sure.
Y'all are both older now, and you came across the same man again. You came across this man again, right? Knowing that look right there. Y'all didn't see it, but I saw it. The look. That means Kiki still likes this guy a little bit. She still like this guy a little bit.
I do.
You get back kicking it with him again, and he's still going through his whole phase. What would you do?
No, I can't do it. I can't. I can't now because I am sensitive to vibes. I'm sensitive to a lot. And then if the way that we unhooked and unhinged, you changed the vibes of this. So
it was unhealthy.
It wasn't even unhealthy. I just didn't like. I funny how people handle me. Like, I'm a person.
You really
you
like
can tell
this guy?
me the
Is
truth.
it because you
no,
really
you can
like
tell
that
me
guy?
the truth. And I think when people have stumbling blocks and hiccups with the truth with me, I protect me.
Okay,
so
I get it.
once we unhook and unhinge, I don't really fully trust you like I did. So my vibes change about you, and we could never be where we were again.
Well, that sounds like a Virgo tendency. That sounds like my tendency. You know what I mean? Because once I mentally start disconnecting from you, it's a wrap. We can never get back to what we was. I'm never going to look at you the same way that I did before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just what it is.
And the sex was amazing. Excuse my French, Daddy. The sex was amazing, and I would drop everything right now to have that amazing stuff back. But if I do it, I definitely have to be under the influence of something because I start thinking like the way my vibes, it just be off. So I'd just rather not do the shit.
So she'd rather find somebody else that's going to have amazing sex with her.
Yes.
And build.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Back to the original question. Now, you asked me that shit.
right?
I'm just if she's 25 and something like that, I'm just fucking you. I'm not having this. I'm just fucking you. I don't give a fuck how much I like you or not because you're not where you're not at the same place I'm at in my life.
Even
Let's
if
be realistic. I am fucking almost 50 years old. I'm going to be 48. I don't want no more motherfucking kids. I'm done. But she's 25 and she gonna want kids, bitch. I can't help you.
Even if you met a 40-year-old, Tone,
I don't want no kids.
there's a difference in the age there. So would you allow that person because I think I've stated this a lot of times on the show over the last 2 years. That I don't like to date older men because they do like to take they try to strip your youth from you. Everything is you doing that, still doing that, whatever. Right? I am young at heart, so I could date a young person and not be old to them. I could date an old man and be young to him. I just don't want to date an old man and be old to him. I just don't.
Here's my thing. If I'm gonna date a female, go ahead, do you. You know what I mean? When I feel like it, I go hang out with you. We do whatever, but you do you for the most part. I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't do because I'm going to control you. I don't give a fuck what you do. You know what I mean? Just as well, you can't look at me and tell me what I'm going to do when I want to do it. You know what I mean? I'm going to do what I want to do. But I just know for me, dealing with a younger person like that, it's nothing. It can't be nothing serious. It can't be nothing.
Because you're sticking with the age thing. I'm talking about like the whole rite of passage thing. Okay, say for instance,
go ahead, be a hoe.
With children, how many of your kids cut their hair off?
None.
Your daughter never cut her hair off. She never cut her hair.
No.
They never shaved her eyebrows. No. Like to me,
don't get me started.
Those are rites. Those are rites
show.
of passages. Like young boys and you walking in on them and they rubbing one out. Like those things are rites of passages. So I'm saying like for young men who realize that they look like something or that they work their little penis is nice to somebody. They want to give it to as many people as they can. That's like one of those passage things.
No, I'm not knocking you for it. I'm not knocking you for it.
The same thing when like if you, let's say for instance, Tone, you just wasn't cute and then you cut your hair and like a whole new set of bitches is like, oh my God, like the bald head beard thing came into play.
Okay.
And now all of a sudden you get a whole new crowd of people. To me, it's like if I was your wife or your husband, your girlfriend, I would expect that there's going to be some changes going on because there's changes going on with you. And I probably would allow that for a little second, but I'll let you know for something. I air this bitch out.
That's how you feel?
Yes, I will let you know. I understand.
Well, what do you mean when you take it to that context of saying you're going to air something out? What do you mean by that?
If you bring it back, if something comes back, Like I would understand. I just would understand.
But you're okay. So in other words, what you're giving them is the right to say
I'm not giving you permission. No,
you gave me white man. What did that sound like? What did that sound? She said she was okay with it. She says he changed and it's new and it's a new influx.
But I wouldn't tell you that. I noticed you changed, honey, and I know we wouldn't have that conversation.
But you know there's an influx. So like I don't understand.
I would pick my battles. I just would pick my battles with you. I wouldn't. Everything that you do wouldn't affect me because I understand with that. It's like bitches who lose weight. These chicks who lose a lot of weight, they go through. It's a whole new thing from being fat to skinny or skinny to fat. Or you ain't never had no ass and now you went and bought something. You got
so you went
titties,
from normal to COVID weight,
bro. Now you doing or boobs or whatever. Now you got selfies all day and we looking at this all day. It's a rite of passage for people who never had that. So for real, as her man, you got to kind of say, you know what? I know she gonna show
I've come across
naked.
a lot of females that lost the weight and they lost weight, and right now they doing them. They happy with themselves. They loving who the fuck they are. They doing what the fuck they want to do.
Do you get in her face and knock the phone down every chance she picked the phone up, or you tell her she can't wear this?
She feeling good. She feeling good about herself. That's her confidence right there. That's a person's confidence. Let them have that. You know what I mean? Let them do what they do. But you can't. It can't affect you though. If it's going to affect you, then you need to leave that person alone.
That's what I'm saying about the rite of passage. I feel like you have to pick your battles. Like when I was dealing with somebody, did I harp on every phone number I found? No, because guess what? My daughter's father was also younger than me. Like, you want a book, bitch? Yeah, all right. But I tell you, to me, I would just take them and do what I'm going to do with them. But the moment that shit comes back, I'm going to knock your teeth out.
Okay. I respect that.
And that's the conversation that we have to have. Like, I don't got to notice that. I see you brushing your teeth more. I see you over there doing shit. And you go in the gym now you all. I see what you doing. Go ahead. I see you.
Okay. All right. Just don't bring this shit back home. See, you have to be careful with that. You have to be careful with that because some dudes will look at and take it another way. I see you over there doing your thing. Here you go.
So did I hear that you're going to give him a hall pass?
That's what it sounded like to me. Thank you.
It's not a conversation. Now, it could be an unspoken hall pass because I'm not talking to him about it, but I just ain't harping on that shit. If I see you stepping out more than, I ain't harping on that shit, especially if I know there's a major change.
Ooh.
Or what?
Mr. Coleman, I'm sorry.
I read what he said.
Why you come and say it like that, boy? Whoa. He said, why can't I change with you if we together? Why can't I better myself to look better for you?
I'm not saying that that's not the case, but to me, I probably wouldn't find out. Look, if you lost some weight and you doing something different, I fuck with that. Because guess what? I put my feet in your shoes. Let me lose about 40 pounds and watch.
Oh, you act a whole...
I can lose 5. And you can be like, I'm so sick of seeing this chick. You know what I'm saying? If I go get an ass surgery or go get a tummy tuck, which I'm going to give me a tummy tuck. If I go get me a tummy tuck, I'll go get something done. You trust and believe. And guess what? Let me do that. Let me do that. This is something I never had before. If I hit the lottery, I'm going to fucking flex. Let me do this. Okay. So I feel the same way about those rites of passages.
Okay, so it's a rite of passage, to, you know what I mean, to, you know what I mean, have to get through your phases, different phases in your life then. You know what I mean? So it's an unspoken bond that you see your man is over, he's hitting the gym, he got a little weight, he got a little glow with him now, whatever the case may be, and you seeing a little, there's a little more attention from the females, giving them a little more attention. You can be just like that.
Because you know the first time when men who are heavier and they really don't see their penis in its full totality, right? And now all of a sudden they ain't got the stomach no more, and they can see it. They act different.
This dick. That's how they be in the mirror too.
They act different. They act different.
Wait. So they be like Professor Clump and the Nutty Professor.
Absolutely.
Eddie Murphy and Professor Clump. When Professor Clump turned into Eddie Murphy, he was like, "Oh shit!"
Exactly. So now I'm not gonna shit on your show. I'm not gonna look, Shine baby, do your thing. I'm just not gonna say nothing. I notice it. I ain't gonna say nothing though because do that.
Just don't make sure the shit don't get sloppy and raggedy.
Just don't get sloppy and raggedy, and understand that I'm still the fuck here, and I will lock and load and find my site, and I will end your life.
Okay.
If you do some raggedy shit behind the fact that you feel good, and I'm letting you.
Fellas, just be careful with this one sitting over here to my left. If you feeling like you doing your thing, just be careful. You heard she say she gonna lock in her sights and she gonna end that shit real quick, nigga. Yeah.
Even though you semi-allowed it.
Even though I semi-allowed it.
So technically, it's your fault.
No, because people are gonna do it anyway. Like,
so why did you have?
No. How you know they're gonna do it anyway if you allowed it?
And why didn't you have a conversation with them? Why wasn't there any communication?
It's a rite of passage. I know you just lost mad weight. Do your thing. Show off your.
This is the confusing shit that a lot of guys go through. It's like, wait a minute. I'm losing weight because maybe for health reasons, maybe I want to lose weight for you and all that stuff. But then again, but it doesn't have to be a conversation. It's just like
How do I know you're losing it for me if we don't talk about it? Like there's assumptions. There's a very safe assumptions I can make that you're losing weight, and guess what? You feel good about yourself, and you want to be in the mirror every 5 minutes. Go ahead. You want to go spend a lot of money on? Go ahead. You want to hang out more than you used to because you ain't fat no more? Go ahead. Why would I? But when it comes, hold on. But again, if let's say if the individual you dealt with lost, was at mad weight. Again, you're sort of give them some sort of hall pass to allow them to, mind you, you never had the conversation to flex.
Because you're gonna
flex what?
I'm not saying you should go and fuck bitches because now you can see your dick. But I'm telling you, the difference is that you notice the difference, and you notice that there is attention, and you are sensitive to that attention now. You do things to get it.
Okay, but again, if a person feels like it's like, oh, I'm getting this new attention out of nowhere from women, and it's like, mind you, it's like, you're expecting me to react on it, so you're allowing me to react on that reaction?
You want me to react to it? You want me to step in and say, where you think you going? Just because you lost a lot of weight? No, bro. Do your thing.
What thing does need to be done if he's committed to you?
I just named it because I'm telling you, the rite of passage is not. It's not reduced to sex, white man. Okay. It's not reduced to sex or hookups or sneaky links. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about things that you may not have done or things that may annoy me now. You in the mirror again? You doing this shit? You bought something else new? You know what I'm saying? Those things are all new.
Going out again?
You going out again? You doing what? You going to where? You bought a new what? You know, those things. You're not
getting in the 2, 3 in the morning?
Yes. That's all I'm talking about. I would not shit on your show. Do your thing. Do your thing. Because guess what? Let me lose 40 pounds.
Fellas, this is why the manual to a woman is so fucked up the way it is now. This is why we can't understand you women
sometimes. I'm not making no sense.
No, you giving. I'm listening to what you're saying, and I agree. It's like you giving a nigga a hall pass. I'm not tripping. Go out tonight. Go chill. Do whatever. Don't come home at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not tripping. I know you lost all this weight. You looking fresh now.
That.
But you not.
I'm gonna check the shit if it gets out of my comfort zone. But I will allow you. Oh, I'm not a young.
One, if you set this up for yourself for this, then technically you're the one to blame anyway.
No, because you should know, as in a relationship with me, if you're respecting me, and like you said, you told me you love me, and Mr. Coleman said, I'm doing it for you. Those boundaries, I really should have to visit. Because you're doing these things because you feel good. And it should not come to a point where disrespect is introduced. It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, but you're not.
You got a call.
You can't say it's not.
Who want to call? Come on. Who we talking to?
Who we talking to?
You damn sure got a call. This is Mr. Coleman.
Come on here, Mr. Coleman.
Turn it up, son, please.
Turn it up.
What the fuck you got to say?
This is bullshit way of thinking, and this is how you put negative vibes into a relationship. First things first, you already sound like a person that always want communication in a relationship. If we don't have communication, shit ain't gonna go nowhere in the first place. So if we together, we're going to communicate. I'm not sneaking to the gym. I'm probably going to have to go to the doctor. So you're going to see I'm getting fat. I'm probably getting some man boobs or something. I'm going to tell you, babe, I don't feel good about myself. I think I need to go to the gym. We're going to have that conversation. And once I do lose the weight, why the fuck can't we now flick it up, stun on these bitches? If I'm with you, I'm with you. At the end of the day, I might already have my whole face. My girls like big dudes. I might have been in my 20s already with my whole face. We in the 30s and 40s. I'm getting better for myself because nobody likes a fat dude that's just laying around, even as a boyfriend to a girl or a husband.
No one said. Okay, no one says that we couldn't flick it up together. We couldn't stun on these hoes together. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if I notice that you're doing things differently because you feel better about yourself, for instance, you don't got your man boobs no more. You don't got your Gucci belly or whatever, and you want to be in the picture more than I'm used to. I ain't gonna stick my hand in the door and say you can't. I'm not going to tell you can't now wear.
Okay.
You cannot now wear white beaters, or you cannot be on the gram 1,000 times a day. Because I get it. That shit will grow tired. And just do your thing, though. Do whatever makes you feel good. To me, it's a rite of passage when you lose weight.
What is your rite of passage? What? Explain your rite of passage, because you're sounding like you're letting him have freedom, as long as he don't do no wild shit. So explain what your rite of passage means.
Thank you, Mr.
For
Coleman.
what situation? Because it varies. For losing weight, I just said that
I lost
3 times.
weight. I've gotten better. I'm brushing my teeth a little bit more. I'm taking a little bit more selfies. I'm taking care of myself a little bit more. When you say, all right, I'm gonna give you your rite of passage, what do you mean rite of passage?
You say, for instance, you never was a selfie taker, and now all the fuck you do is take a selfie. Do it, because that annoys women when men take a lot of selfies anyway. But if you want to show your little body off, go ahead. That is one of the rites of passage. Check. You hit the lottery. You ain't using. You all frugal and shit. You never bought nothing. Now all of a sudden you coming in here with bags every single day. All right, check. Rites of passage. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about bringing bitches home. Y'all reducing it to sex. But I was saying when I was dealing with a younger man.
Going out, hanging out and shit like that's what I asked you. Going out and hanging out. You know what I mean?
You
with
can
the
hang
fellas.
out.
Like, yo, it's a Tuesday. I'm going to the fucking club on a Tuesday.
Go
hang out.
ahead.
I'm not coming home till 2, 3 in the morning.
No one tells you that they're not coming home.
Well, I'm not saying he's not to tell you, but he's walking in. He's walking in 2, 3 in the morning.
Go ahead. I'm not your warden.
Okay.
This a rite of passage for you. You feel good. You think you look good. This is some new shit for you. Get that off. Get that off, because guess what? If I step in it and I talk to you down way and I make you feel shitty about it, you're gonna sneak and do it any fucking way.
I respect that. Okay.
Rites of passage.
Got your rites of passage.
Thank you.
My thing is, I understand. Hey, hold on. We person time. It's 6:51. Yeah. I'm gonna hurry up and get off the phone because I know y'all got to close out. Yeah. But I'm just gonna say, everything doesn't always have to end in a negative note. I know the majority of the time the numbers always end up making you thinking that, but sometimes some niggas is, they want to get better for their girl, or they want to get better for themselves, and they know that's going to make their relationship a little bit more spicy, a little bit more better. Hopefully we just have positive thinking going forward so we all can be happy. But y'all have a good day, all right?
You too, take care. And let me say this, because both of us can be right, because I never ever took it there and said we couldn't.
I didn't say it couldn't happen.
I'm talking about Mr. Coleman. Both of us are right.
At this point, you want to look good. Right. You want to look good for your girl. You know what I mean? Because you want to make it spicy for her. You see a girl looks like looking at dudes that got muscular bodies. You know what I mean? Dudes is in shape. You know she gets off on that shit. So maybe you need to go to the gym and hit the gym. Change your style a little bit. You know what I mean? Make it hot for her. You know what I mean?
I know some
There's
people.
There's always a hidden freak inside of a woman. You just got to find out what the fuck it is and find it to make it happen.
I know some people who wives had gastric bypass or the gastric sleeve or whatever. They lost weight, got the skin removal. I know some friends right now that got it. They ain't trying to tell me, but they got it. And
I know a few.
Me too. And for real, we not stupid. You ain't lose 140 pounds in 4 months.
And you just did that shit working out looking good.
But anyway,
girl, stop.
And they had their breasts done. They got their booty. They got some fat transfers. They got some lipo. All this shit done. Now the man cannot handle the attention because she's seeking it. And guess what? The attention from you is no longer enough. Their relationships didn't survive because the man want to step in there and tell her, no, you can't, as opposed to understanding.
So what if it was the opposite way around, where the man wasn't saying that you can? He was being supportive, and the attention became overwhelming for that person. You know what I mean? That person that lost weight, and now they want more. They want more now. They feel, like you said, they feel brand new. They got a brand new body, and they're getting all this attention that they never got before. They don't know how to handle that, and now they creeping off and stepping out and getting carried away with that shit.
That has
so now, when does that? And it can go either way, male or female. When do you step in and check that shit? You know what I mean? How do you step in and check that shit? Because now you're not nagging this person and saying you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. But this person is taking advantage now, and now they're getting away. They're getting more carried away. So when do you step in and say, "Hey, what the fuck is really going on?"
When you had enough. When enough is enough, and you don't see it get no better, or your concerns fall on deaf ears, and no one's trying to do nothing to satisfy the situation, you got to do what's best for you.
Time to roll out. Time to roll out.
Speaking of rolling out,
it's our time. It's that fucking time.
It's that time. Now it's time.
Okay, so moving forward, white man, what's the schedule? What the fuck is the deal? So, because we got some shit that's coming up that we need to know about. We're trying to do something for y'all. You know what I mean? Can I give him a sneak peek?
Yeah.
A sneak peek?
Just sneak peek.
So y'all know that we got Funny Joey coming in the joint. We got Funny Joey and some guests coming in the joint. It is going to be August 9th in studio, it's going to be fucking bananas because we're really going to talk about some shit and let Joey speak, and it's going to be some controversial shit being said. And I need you to be and keep an open mind because everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Facts.
2, you know what I mean? All I'm going to say is
quick.
Go.
Go, go.
Go, go.
Go, go. To Real Talk Uncensored Rip Radio.
Bringing it.
I'm Kiki.
I'm Tone.
And this show was brought to you by 6. 6 being a number of people who can kiss my ass behind my comments. Take care.
Peace.
A few moments later.
We are Ripped Radio Network.